Go ahead. What are we doing?
Okay, we're about to process the 18 salmon we caught yesterday. We have them over here in a cooler.
You got your setup here just like Dexter.
Mm-hmm. So yesterday while we were in the river, I eviscerated them to keep them relatively
Can you explain
fresh.
why you do that with salmon?
Trout and salmon species, their gut flora, the organisms that live in their digestive tract, can continually operate in cold temperatures. So even if you ice the salmon down with his guts in, there's still going to be some potential decomposition.
Because they're cold water fish.
Because they're cold water fish. So while we waited for Jonathan to catch his sixth fish, I gutted all the fish that were there. And I like an iced fish to process because it's nice and stiff for cleaning. I've seen in my previous employ, lots of professional fish processing operations. No one ever processes a fish fresh. There is a convenience factor. They let you process them down on the river, but the fish it hasn't even had rigor mortis yet. It's not very stiff. You have to have a really sharp knife, and your yield tends to not be as good. These fish will fillet great. They've been iced all night. The ice hasn't even hardly melted at all. So we're going to get after it.
All right.
Nice and stiff.
Did you guys tell Jonathan that none of his fish catches count if he doesn't pull the gills? Did you guys let him know?
We did not.
I've been trying to draft the Milos for my post-apocalyptic team.
Yeah, we can only live on so much syrup.
Right? I'm like, what do I have that would entice the Milos? Look how red that is. So cool. These are Sockeyes, and the locals call them Reds.
Yep, for very good reason.
Mm-hmm.
They turn red when they're in full spawning colors.
And not good to eat after that.
No, and
oh really? You can't eat them after that?
we
No.
can eat them.
It's not as good.
The meat will turn a very milky color, because what's happening is these fish aren't eating as they're going upriver. So they are basically living off of all of their body fat. Once they get through all their body fat, then they start actually surviving off of their own muscle. Because ostensibly they're starving to death prior to the spawn.
Huh, so they have an eating disorder before you catch them.
These ones here, with that big run that was coming up the last couple of days, maybe only a day or two, or maybe even less than that, actually out of the ocean. So they're quite spectacular.
Now, Danny, when we were in Wisconsin and you were fishing for the bass, was that largemouth?
Yeah.
The largemouth bass, how big were those? A couple pounds?
Yeah, a majority of them were 1.5 to 2.5 pounds. About all of them were.
And you guys figure these fish are about 5-6 pounds?
I would say. I mean, I'm thinking we're getting a pound per fillet on this size here. You can go a little deeper on the,
Okay.
so you.
That one was a bad one.
Well, it was our
one's
first
no
one.
Okay. And we're improvising with this bag here so that we don't muck up the table. Through it.
Also, how you can tell it's a male versus female.
When this
It's in the mouth, right?
this fish here is a female.
Yep, because
It's
it's
got
got
more of a rounded nose.
a rounded
They also have
snout.
like those points,
Yeah.
don't they?
And this one here, this is a male. This one is a male.
And you said, what is that called?
It's called a kype, Kype.
So as they move up the river,
That becomes more and more pronounced. Their teeth actually appear to grow. I don't think it's so much growth as it is weight loss, and the teeth then protrude further
gotcha.
from the jaw.
So salmon are actually moving up the river to the original river they were born in, right?
Exactly. Each individual flowage in Alaska has some kind of a different scent to it. So much so that there have actually been experiments where they would have an artificial river and they would purposely put a scent in it, hatch fish in that little raceway, and then 3 to 5 years, 6 years later, those exact same fish would swim back up.
I got you.
They would mark them so that
That's a big boy, dude.
they would know.
Now, is that one like a 7-pounder? I mean, that's a pretty good sized fish.
I'm going to still say that that's a 6-pounder.
Yeah.
Now, how you guys do a lot of walleye fishing, so how does this compare in size to walleye?
I mean, that's
Similar?
that's a good sized walleye.
Yeah. I mean, majority of the walleye we end up catching are 17 inches
Yeah.
to 20. But we do catch some bigger ones. It just kind of depends on the school that you get into with them, on what kind of size they are, because they hang out.
So I hear
a
the
lot
bone.
with,
Yeah, I'm going. I can.
Where's the tweezer thing that they do? Right there?
See these bones right here. If I rub my knife on it,
I see them here.
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
I'm gonna cut these ribs out. And when we ate them the other night, I was really surprised that the bones were actually relatively soft. I didn't really experience a lot of them till we got to near the head section.
Why is this happening?
Why is what happening?
Why am I so far off over here when I'm following the bone down?
I don't know.
Just a little funky one?
Just point it downward more.
Normally that's supposed to basically be connected with their top fin. So I'm going on the opposite side of it, which is out of the norm.
You know, they have the same look in their eyes they do when you catch them. Pretty much out of it.
Cold and dead.
They look like zombies when you catch them. You know that?
Well, that's what they call the fish once they get up into the spawning area, because literally
They call them zombies?
they call them zombie fish. Yeah, because they're kind of half swimming dead. They will actually have rotten spots on their bodies where they're
That's where the bear catch them at the end by the river or the lake, right?
right. What happens is then the eggs needed to be deposited in relatively quick moving water, so because of oxygenation and whatnot. So, and they nestle down, the eggs do, kind of down into the gravel to allow them to hatch. I don't know the exact gestation period for the eggs. I don't think it's super long. It's
And the
about-
males are going up there to fertilize?
Correct.
So they're both basically going to their death.
They
Yep.
are.
At what, 5 years? 5 to
I
7?
believe sockeyes come up at 4 years old. I think,
This is a 4-year-old fish.
yeah, I believe.
And they're living in the ocean, getting big in the ocean, and then come back to freshwater to spawn.
Right, and I believe, I know kings, Chinook salmon, they're 7 years. I think coho, the silver salmon, I think those are 3 years. Pinks and chums maybe only a year or two.
I think I was doing better yesterday, Dad.
So, what's the difference between the silvers? Just the meat?
Uh,
Is the meat silver, or is it?
no, they're more silvery in color. That's why they call them. I mean, that's a euphemism name. Their official name is a coho salmon. So it's the same reason they call these reds. Because the flesh is red and they turn red.
But this is sockeye.
This is sockeye, yeah.
When you go out to dinner and you say, I want salmon with my dinner, it's probably sockeye.
Really?
Actually, at home, it's probably farm-raised Atlantic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Unless, trust me, if it's sockeye salmon, you're going to pay a lot more, and they're going to tell you, because you're not going to just...
It'd be like the difference between a cut of a steak between like a
Well,
sirloin or a...
you're just not, right. You're not going to... If you're
They're going to say Black Angus.
Right, if you're going to say Angus, if you have Angus and you're serving Angus, you're going to let all of your customers know, hey, by the way, you're eating Angus.
Gotcha. So right now, the daily limit's 6 per person. And they're doing, what, was there 150,000 that came up
something like that.
I think it was more.
But they're saying, the locals are saying, it's a good
I
year.
just want to see what you're doing. See if you.
What's the can the limit just be whatever they want it to be?
Well, they change it based on how many we're missing.
They call, what is this? I don't know why they use the term escapement. That is actually in the regulations itself. And what is in reference to is how many fish have actually made it into the river. What they're escaping from, I don't know if it's commercial fishing. I don't really know.
It doesn't make any sense to me on the term escapement.
Right.
They escaped your hook.
I just think it's crazy that there's so many. You can just throw your hook out there.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know. Like, this isn't government fish.
Right. These are all naturally spawned.
Yeah, this is all natural. And they can actually monitor with sensors how many are coming up the river each day. So they'll actually give a count. And they can also tell you when they'll arrive.
But they come up like all the time.
Well, we're in the peak. That's the other thing, is a lot of people may not get here. There's about a, 1 week window, 2 weeks?
Looking at the graph, because from previous years, there's always seems to be like 2 spikes and substantial spikes in the runs. And there was a tiny little spike about maybe a week and a half ago, but this is going to be obviously one of the big spikes, and then they might get another one in another week or so.
These guys are good at this, aren't they?
They just dropped it and they went at the same time and they were doing it.
Were they?
Yeah, it was.
The Dans?
Yeah.
Taking over the Dan world.
Taking over the Dan world. I plugged the freezer in, so we're going to have a vacuum sucking party here once these all get rinsed off.
So the way you prepared it the other night, you cooked it on the grill with the skin down.
Correct.
You marinated the top with maple syrup and some spices. And then once it cooked, you flipped it over and you were able to, does it just peel the skin off?
It peels right off.
Okay. And then you repeated the process.
Correct. The one thing that I do is that you can kind of see it right here. This meat right here, the darker meat.
Yeah.
It's not, on these fish that are so fresh, it doesn't taste necessarily bad, but it runs all along the fish, and it's their lateral line. And what that allows them to do is actually feel and sense things in the water. It's full of fat and nerve endings, but with age in the freezer, it has the tendency of not being particularly good tasting. It'll be off flavored. So what I do is when I flip this over and it's cooked and I peel it off, it has a different grain to the meat, so I can actually take a spatula and scrape the majority of that.
Do you do that on top of the grill? Is that what you're saying?
I do it right on top of the grill, yep.
These clean kind of like a trout. They're in the same family.
Identical to trout.
So that trout that you caught at Castalia, that was a 14-pounder?
That was a 14-pounder, yeah.
So double the size of these guys.
At least.
You're going to be eating that fish for a year.
Oh, we've already eaten it a couple of times.
Would you give that fish a name?
Big girl.
The big girl.
Bear.
And that's not a government fish, but privately raised. It's just amazing to me. These just naturally occur. The locals here are allowed to catch more because it's part of their sustenance.
They're allowed to get they call it dip netting permit. It's basically a giant landing net with a hoop that's probably in the neighborhood of around 6 feet in diameter.
Yeah, we saw those at Costco.
Right. And they just
The people who live in Alaska are allowed to do that. We are not.
Either they wade out into the river, or like the fellas here next to us were telling, they use a boat and drift with the current and put the net in the water, and they actually can feel the fish into the net and that's when they pull the net up. The residents are allowed 25 for the head of the household and 10 seasonally, and 10 for each person living in the house.
Gotcha.
I can definitely see where the fish mat is a
Getting a little slippery.
advantage.
By fish mat, you mean carpet square.
Yeah, they basically use, well, what they end up using is something that resembles carpet, but is very,
Oh, it's not carpet. It's
you can use carpet, but what they do is the actual individual fibers sticking up are fairly coarse, and they're not real close together. Enough to grab the fish and probably facilitate cleaning relatively easy. If you're using an actual carpet square, that is going to get pretty nasty.
because you can't clean it.
Right.
Do you guys want to go watch the bear at the lake where these actually arrive, or just go see them? I haven't seen a brown.
Thursday's supposed to be a rainy day. That would be a good day to.
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out today. This is about what it looks like at 9 o'clock at night.
It does. Just saying. Land of the midnight sun.
Is that guys are just tearing it up here. And the biggest challenge that we have to figure out is how to get this home. You know, do you pay somebody to ship it? Do you get a fish box, carry it on? Or, I'm sorry, a fish box and check it, which they say is cheaper than shipping. But then we have a drive from Seattle home. That makes it a little interesting.
Unless you fly one of us home. Fly him home.
We
with the
could.
fish.
We could.
That may actually be even cheaper than.
So he doesn't have to do the drive from... You probably wouldn't mind that, would you?
It's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Well, let me see if Brandy can change your flight since we can adjust.
And we would
Yeah.
just have him go with no baggage at all, and he would just check fish.
There you go. I like this idea.
So I can't bring my clothes or nothing?
No.
We'll bring them home.
Well, my camera. I couldn't take my camera.
We'll bring it home. You don't have anything to worry about but fish.
Yeah, you can have a carry-on.
Yeah, I can carry on my...
All right, fine. You can have your camera. Well, let's check into that. It's a good idea. Did you just come up with that?
I did. I mean,
We'll go with it.
You see the blocks here on the table?
Mm-hmm.
That is so we're more ergonomically correct.
Mm-hmm.
I covered their table with this these bungee
Trash
cords
bags
and a
and-
trash bag. So
Like I said, post a
So-
zombie apocalypse, you want the Milos.
So the bear's gonna come?
Maybe.
Isn't it? If we tie it up, will they still smell it?
Oh, yeah. They have no interest in this, though. Why show up for scraps when you can go to the lake that these fish
I'm
are
sure
getting
there's
to?
I'm just waiting to... I keep looking around just to see if one...
You looking over your shoulder, are you, buddy?
Yes. Dan says that you're not going to hear him until it's too late.
yep. They're gonna sneak up on you and get you.
Taking over the Dan world.
There's a lot of meat in there, buddy. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. Let me take a look at your spoils. You're only about halfway through, aren't you?
I haven't actually been keeping count. Try not to waste the ice.
Got you.
I can't. My hands are so cold.
Okay. I'll dig down in. Here, take that one.
Let me get a shot of this guy from here.
Hey, there's the bottom.
That's good.
Male. Male. Is that a female?
Only about 5 more.
So you're saying this is occurring from nutrients and fat and everything just going away?
the teeth?
Yeah.
Well, they're there. But what happens is as their body shrinks,
That
these
becomes more pronounced.
These teeth protrude even more. I don't know that it is necessarily growth per se. I don't think it is. I believe it's kind of like they say, after you're dead, your hair and people think hair and fingernails grow. It's just your body desiccating and appearing to have your hair and fingernails grow.
I got you. Live from Soldotna, Alaska.
It's a fine job there, son.
Getting there.
We just need to have more practice when
I know. You do all the fish cleaning.
all the cooking, the fish cleaning.
I can clean bass well because I've done those enough. And they're easy.
I'm just glad we don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's part of me that
We should try it though one time. But it's
Go ahead,
it
dude.
looks easy. But I know it's not. Like,
These things, they're holding it, clamping it with their hands so it don't slip off.
and they know exactly where like the bones need to be and like what to cut,
like
and put the stomach out, and just
those fish mats would be nice, but having operated on slippery cutting boards my entire life, I've kind of learned how to do it.
Just don't cut yourself, dude.
Already, when I was making those potatoes, I already filleted the end of my thumb off.
Seriously?
Yeah, I trimmed it off. You didn't notice the blood in the potatoes.
No.
The extra flavor, right? Yeah, I made sure to sharpen the knives. That one that Danny's got is brand new, but I made sure to sharpen them before he came because I wouldn't have my handy dandy work sharp.
So this isn't what you guys would consider fishing.
This
You
is
can
catching.
catching and harvesting.
Right.
For a sport fisherman, I mean,
That's
doing
why
it
I like
once to expose, have the experience. What do you think? Worth it for the experience once?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
If this fish freezes well, and you're going to probably want it even frozen, you're probably going to want to eat it within, on the safe side, at least within 6 months, maybe even sooner, because fatty fish will not freeze as well as, say, a whitefish like a halibut or a walleye.
Gotcha. So, still worth it, even though you guys are what I would consider more sportsman fisher. Like Jonathan and I want production. I have no interest in going out and not catching anything.
this is way better than fishing.
Yeah, this isn't like I don't want to fish. I want to go out and get meat.
Well,
And like
you
you're
didn't do a very good job though.
Oh, thank you, son. Thank you. So, Mr. Fisherman here got 6. I only got 1 on the first day. I would argue that the places we were fishing were better. And, like, what else was he doing better than I was?
I will say,
Repetition of cast?
yes.
Yeah.
His
He had a
ability
good cadence going.
right, his ability to keep his line in the water and
Yeah.
was a little bit, we could time it. If you have video of yourself, we could actually do a
Let's not.
Side
do
by
that.
side.
do a side-by-side comparison. So
So his repetition was faster. Was he right there with you, Danny?
oh yeah.
Once I got going, I got it.
Once you got your first one, you figured out the rhythm and the groove.
Yeah.
It is kind of a rhythm more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I heard it too.
Something move? Huh?
Oh yeah.
Something move over there?
It's a squirrel.
John Boy's ready to run.
Oh, it's a squirrel. You see him run there? It's a little.
Yeah.
Squirrels even kill people in Alaska, so they're tough.
Those Alaskan squirrels.
Oh, but it was fun. Once you start going.
It was worth it.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the problem with taking Jonathan and doing what we did. It'd be like taking Jonathan on his first date. Where are you going on your first date? Blind date to the Hefner Mansion.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was so cool. I'd come back next year and do that.
Oh, you want to
Those
come
are-
back
those are
every
cool.
year, I guess. No problem.
I'm just saying, I come back and do that again.
Gotcha.
Like I don't know. I didn't think I'd want to be out there that long, but it was fun.
How many hours were you guys out there?
I think we were out there
4 maybe.
Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah.
And,
It was nice.
and then you
You're in-
saw people trying to use a traditional fishing.
Well,
Fly.
there was a guy using a fly rod and a fly, not the typical Kenai Sockeye rig. And
The only reason that we have to tie something on there is because you can't have a bare hook.
correct.
Wait, so what
Even
is-
though it's pretty much effectively you're pulling the hook across the water, and you're basically, these swim with their mouth open. You're hoping to catch your line, and you hook them in the mouth. If you hook them anywhere else, you have to throw it back.
Well, you're supposed to.
We caught.
We caught ours legit.
Yep.
We caught fish yesterday that had hooks already in them.
Yeah.
That had broken off.
Yep.
We had caught some that were just like, they weren't seal bites. They were hook scars from getting
Hooked so much.
hooked so much and ripped.
So what is it?
And I feel bad, like when the hook's across the belly, it's like, how is that thing gonna survive?
Well, they're not either way.
That's true.
What is this fishing called? Like what type of form of fishing is this? It's not even fishing.
They call it the Kenai flop.
The Kenai flop.
I mean, it's salmon fishing.
Yeah, but like there's like fly fishing.
Yeah.
There's like just normal fishing. I don't know all the different types of fishing, but
Do we have
that was
the-
unique.
Do we have the vacuum seal?
Yeah, I did find it. It was underneath with all the utensils.
Oh, there is a vacuum sealer?
There is. So
Oh,
what we're
sweet.
going to do is we're going to try to get probably 2.
This Airbnb is pretty nice.
We're trying to get 2.
Then we'll go into cold water.
Yep. Yep. I'm gonna take a walk down and show them the Kenai River. Or I'm sorry, what is this called? The funny river?
This is the Kenai River.
It's just
It's just a backwater area.
I got you.
So there's not like any fish back here.
They were jumping the other day, but
Probably not salmon.
It'll
So
be fun to go out there and do it here.
just to try it.
It's off the river.
But they're not coming in schools here
I know, but still.
because it's not as running.
You could probably catch a couple. We could probably catch one every hour.
So the salmon prefer running water, like fast current, and that's their preference. And then they swim close to the shore because it's not as hard on them. So here it is. Let me show you. Just running through here.
You got on this yet?
I have not. Is it pretty shaky?
Shaky. So you know.
Yep. Yep. So there's just property up and down here. And then this was an Airbnb. It's pretty much brand new. But it was somehow available.
The mountain back there.
Maybe. There's mountains all around. Let me see. I'll zoom in for him. You can see it between the trees there.
It's all just like tiny little things.
Yeah, they have a lot of planes, little planes with the big tires on it. What are they called? Bush planes. But anyways, for a single take, this ain't a bad video if you enjoy salmon fishing. But thanks for stopping by. Catch you the next episode.